Howdy folks, welcome back to SoarvivorCraft. I'm the tall turtle. It is the beginning of night and I'm standing in a field just because I've never started in my field. Never. So I decided I would. I guess I'm just being a little silly, but I just wanted something different, and that was definitely different. So I have a book in my hand today. If you look, it's a Nonsuch Abbey book. And the reason is because we're finally going to tour Nonsuch Abbey. If you recall, we have been touring the priories and friaries built by our own Cyningstan around the server, and we had caught up. Nonsuch Abbey was recently finished, and I got the guidebook, and that's where we're going to tour. Could be a long tour. I'm not sure how long this is going to take. Now, the area is becoming a city. I just want to let you know. It's becoming a city. We're not going to tour the city in this episode. We're just going to tour Nonsuch Abbey per the guidebook. And then we will return to the area with a tour guide, either Cyningstan himself or probably Lady Vivian, more likely due to time zones. And we will get an official tour of the city area. I just want to make that clear. So if you're waiting for the tour of the city, that'll come. Don't worry, I will get to that. I just want to let people know that as you're watching this episode, and I end the episode after the guidebook, I haven't forgotten about the city. We will definitely go back and tour the city. I just want a tour guide. So without further ado, this is episode 190, I believe. We're on the home stretch to 200. How exciting is that? I do have quite a bit of things to squeeze in before episode 200, so hopefully it works out. I want episode 200 to line up as episode 200. I don't want to record 15 more episodes and then slide in episode 200 when it's really like the 207th or something. I really want it to be recorded as episode 200. So I'm trying to time things perfectly fine. I'm mentioning that in this episode because that is what's on my mind. So anyway, we're going to come down here and read our book and quickly jump to the page of how do we get to Nonsuch Abbey. All right, the Abbey is in the western part of the world. The easiest way to access it is via its warp. Just type warp Nonsuch to arrive in the nearby guild hall in the city. As soon as you leave the guild hall, you will see one of Abbey's west towers. You can also reach Abbey by rail from the South Shopping District. Take the western line. It is a long journey, but eventually reaches Nonsuch Station. The elevators from the station take you into the guild hall. See previous page. Finally, you can reach Nonsuch Abbey through the Nether. Take the western highway from the hub. Take the railway at the end of the ice highway. One of the rail stops at a branch non-stop. The portal brings you into the Abbey's crypt. Green Fire Visit. These are the other ones. We have tour videos on every single one of these now. Nonsuch is happening today. However, we are going to get here by rail because we're 3/4 of the way there. Actually, let's always have blocks ready to go. Our base here is almost there. So we're just going to quickly take the rail because we are, what was that? We are already most of the way, well, halfway down the western line. So we're just going to hop in the rail and get out at the station. And that's the plan. To have a cactus that fell because whenever it hits the light, cactus falls. Oop. Anyway, let's hop in. And for this part, it's going to be silent. Turn up your speakers and enjoy the ride. We're going to go the right way because I always go... No, stop. No, 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 no. Wrong way. Come back. Give me my cart. Give me my cart. I always go the wrong way. There we go. Let's just take this and put it on and go ourselves. Continue. Oh, wait, we have another one. Hang on. Let's eat quick. And let's see if this is going to take us the right way this time. There we go. Now we're going to go the right way. Hit the switch. And hit the switch. And, oh, open GL air. And away we go. Alright, looks like we might be arriving somewhere this line. Welcome to Nonsuch Station. I think it's Nonsuch. What if it's like Nonsuch or something, or Nonsuch, and I'm saying it wrong this whole time. I think it's Nonsuch. I hope it is. Alrighty, give me my cart back, please, and let's get our water back. Actually, no, it's going to be the book here. Okay. It is almost, well, no, it's early morning looking at the clock. I really need a clock for myself. Nonsuch, we can rest. Looks like we have a map. Ooh, minecart on the way home in case you lost your minecart. I think we're right there, because that's the banner, right? I think we're right under that banner. You can see it's a whole city here, see? But we're just going to check out the Abbey. So, oh, if you're hungry, oh, Kim Doll, I know you're watching. Come back, please. Just a little side note there. Alrighty. Exit to the city. What does this say? Nope, never mind. That drops you down. Here we go. Hang on to your hats. You never know what we're going to see. All right, looks like we're protected. Up to council chamber, down to the post room. Oh boy, I want to look now. I want to start tutoring, but that's not what we're here for. So let's see. What does the book say? Nonsuch Abbey Official Guidebook, published by the Greenfire Wolfboro Firearmy, first edition. Contents. Pause if you want to read it. Welcome to the Abbey of St. Anselm at Nonsuch, known for short as Nonsuch. I really hope I'm saying that right, because that's how I'm going to say it the rest of the episode. As Nonsuch Abbey, this complex of buildings is a large monastery. It is the mother church of the Greenfires, an order of monks dedicated to helping travelers spiritually and practically. The Abbey is an English Gothic building. Things that mark it out as English Gothic include the massive central tower and the straight east end of the building with its great east window. Before we tour the building, let's take a look into its history. The present building is the third on this site. The first abbey was founded in 924. The location chosen due to its convenience for sea travel. As the number of pilgrims increased, the town began to grow up around the abbey to cater for their needs. As the first church was rather modest, a new building was begun in 1089 on a larger scale. In 1206, the abbey was nearly complete when a great fire ravaged the town. The abbey was beyond repair, and it was decided to begin anew in the Gothic style. For my younger viewers who are watching, I hope you're watching this at night, and this is your bedtime story. The time of the second abbey was marked by another activity by the Greenfriars. A friary was built at Wolfboro Priories at Birchmount. Belchamps and Newlinden were founded, and churches were built in other towns to spread the third abbey was begun in 1209. Not sure what happened there. A century and a half later, the abbey is mostly complete. In the start of 1360 has seen the great spires added to the towers, and as the year draws upon improvements continue, let's start our tour in Market Square outside. Page 8. I hope I remember page 8 because whoa, a long way down. I'm always trying to remember. Oh, gall, that scared me. Didn't need to, but it did. So this must be Market Square. On Dynamap, it's obvious, but when you're here, it's not obvious. Market Square. We came out there. Hello, sir. Hey, George. Let's just go here and... Oh, this must be Market Square, right? Because this is where people are selling things, eh? I would think. Find the turtle. Find the turtle. And blocked in it. Lady Vivian. Kelwind. Oh, and Blockton just left us. All right, so let's see. Page 8, I think it was? Yes, so page 9. The west end is where the main entrance of the church lies. From the square, you can see two great bell towers topped with the aforementioned spires, and between them, the great west window. Beneath are 3 stone portals that mark the entrance. I don't think we're in the right spot. Enter the church through the leftmost of the 3 doors. The space under the northwest tower forms a vestibule in which you can see a useful map of the site with its various parts of the building named. We'll be referring to the names in this map later. Move to your right. Okay, so page 11. Oh, no, this is right. Yeah, I think so. I'll be facing... The west doors mean we're facing east. So this must be right. Yeah, this is right. There's the 3... And there's... I would assume that's Market Square. Why wouldn't it be? This place is so huge you can't even see it. Let's take a screenshot now because I'm totally going to forget. And let's get a close-up on my face because we need to fit it all in. There we go. I can't see my face. I don't need to see my face. All right, that works. The leftmost door. Blessed as they close the door. I closed that door, I think, back there. And there's the map. Abbey map southwest. There we go. Okay, there's Market Square right where my cursor is, and that's where we are. That's where the map is right there. Good. Oh, it's on the water. I forgot about that. Okay, here we go. Move to your right, it said, and enter the Great Hall. Holy moly. This is 3 times the size as all the other churches. Wow. Okay, so what we're going to do is like we did in the other churches, or friaries and priories, is we're going to read a bunch of pages and then go through and tour, because otherwise because we're still in 113 at the time of this recording, I have to go back, click through every single page every single time I open the book. I can't go where I left off, like I believe you can in 114, question mark. All right, let's see here. Move to your right and you will be in the nave. This is a part of the church set aside for public worship. To each side of the nave are lower sections, the aisles. The aisles here mainly contain interesting things to see. Let's start in the north aisle. So, we've been through this several times before. When I did the first Priory Friary, whichever one it was, I read every single page. And then for the subsequent ones, I skipped a lot because of the same thing. Because it's been such a long time, we are going to read all the pages again. Because it's been a really long time since I've done those other tours. So here we go. We're going to read a whole bunch. We're going to read like 10, 15 pages and then go through and look. So here we go. Long story time, children. First is the Abbey shop. Next to this is a saintly relic. Many churches claim to have the head of St. John the Baptist, but the real one is of course, here at Nonsuch Abbey. Past this are 2 confessionals where you may confess your sins. After the confessionals is another relic, a piece of the true cross. The cross on which Christ was crucified. The cross was rediscovered by St. Helena in the 4th century, and pieces can be found in many churches across the world. After this is the Bible owned by St. Bede, St. Bede, the scholarly English, St. Bede, English? Yikes. Can't pronounce this name. St. Bede. The scholarly English saint living in the 8th century. In the south aisle opposite is one of the bones of St. Anselm, to whom this abbey is dedicated. To the right are more confessionals. The final relic on display at Nonsuch Abbey is Christ's loincloth. This brings us back to the west end of the church, at which you can see the baptismal font with this wooden cover so huge that a winch is required to lift it. All right. We'll continue on page 16. I'm going to hold a sword so I don't accidentally open the book. All right, so donations. Welcome. Concurrent needs, terracotta, iron, and leather. But anything that you can spare would be greatly appreciated. All right. North Tower, we're going to come back for that. Here's the baptism we're going to come back to. So there's a shop. Cyningstan written book. Nonsuch Abbey official guidebook. He does such an amazing job. Yet another of the heads of St. John the Baptist. Ooh, confessionals. Very nice. Let's go in here. I forgot that was because I can't remember what I read already. Oh, yes. Step back and have a gander. Hey, you. What's your name? Grossetest. Grossetest. Hey, Grossetest. Is this the organ? It's the organ. Yay. Should we play it a little bit? Just briefly. Oh, yeah, this is the double organ. I remember him talking about this many, many moons ago. Oh, that's so cool. Oops, try that again. Oops, going too fast. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Very cool. Okay, moving along here. Northeast Triforium. Lady Chapel. Hello. Well, hello there. Using the armor stand, people. Very nice. Wow, this place is gigantic. I was told it's 2 to 3 times the size of all the others, and it certainly is. Wowzer, wowzer. This is the crypt, right? Another portal probably. Yep, just like all the others. Except I think the other crypts have 1, and this has like 4 or 5, so it's 4 times the size almost. Chapel of St. Columba. The server will restart in 5 minutes. I don't think it actually does, though. Maybe it was fixed. Not sure. We'll see in a minute if we get booted or not. What's over here? Chapel of St. Ethelburga. We'll read about the rest of those places when the time comes. Hello. Ooh, I like this. Wow. That's cool. I was going to look and see what these building materials were, but I don't want to ruin the effect. I just want to enjoy it. Especially in this texture pack. Holy moly. Alright, walking back, and then we'll continue on the next page. Ooh, more clocks. And pointing towards spawn, right? That would make sense. Chapel of St. Merwin. Chapel of St. Kingswide. This window was paid for by the generous gifts of Gadfly. Who isn't done with us right now? Christ's loincloth. Oh, it was purple. Who would have known? And the giant baptismal font, which needs a winch to hold up the top. How cool is that? Alright, continuing with our book. As we're near the western towers again, let's ascend the southwest tower. A door at its base opens into a spiral staircase leading to the belfry at the top. When you get there, you'll see 5 of Abbey's 12 bells. The 12 bells are distributed 5 in this tower, 4 in the northwest, 1 above the Lady Chapel, and 2 above the chapter house, so that they can be heard around the Abbey. They ring at dawn and dusk to mark the passing of the days. Oh! Right on cue! I can't believe how perfect the timing was on that. That's awesome. All right. Before descending the stairs, look through the other doorway at the belfry. Hang on a second. Descending the stairs, I guess, of the tower. You'll see the triforium, a walkway above the aisle which gives good views of the nave and the transepts. Once you've admired the view, descend to the ground the way you came. Now let's head towards the middle of the church, page 19. All right, so what did it say for the tower? Southwest tower, right? Which would be this way. So let's go here and see. I have my sword out because I have had to fight plenty of monsters during these tours. There's always a zombie whenever I do a tour. So these are the bells. Oh, here we go. This is the triforium. Oh, the carpet is going to keep them from spawning. Clever idea, Cyningstan. Because I have fought many a mob in your builds. Well, there we go. That is super cool. I'm expecting the server to restart any second. I like how it got dark up there. All right, let's go back down the stairs like I said to do. And we will keep on going. There we go. I also wanted to note how dark it got up there because that's really cool. Now let's go toward the middle of the church under the central tower. Remember, if you get lost, that there's a map under the northwest tower that you saw when you came in. The central tower is marked on it. If you look up the central tower, you see an ornate pattern in the ceiling illuminated by 8 windows in the tower. The central tower isn't a bell tower, but a lantern tower designed to let light into the church, into the center of the church. In fact, from here you might like to admire the vaulting in the nave, the transepts, and the choir too. Since the abbey has been rebuilt without pause since the fire of 1206, it is all in one style, and the vaulted ceiling pattern is quite uniform. North and south of the central tower are the transepts. The north transept contains a great organ, more on this later. I guess we kind of did that out of order. And the entrance to the Lady Chapel. The Lady Chapel is famous for the effigy of the Virgin and the Child above its altar, which we saw already. Now have a look at the south transept. It features an astronomical clock. Again, we were looking at that. And 2 small chapels. There are 5 chapels, including the Lady Chapel, at whose altars you can have your weapons, tools, and books blessed by the intercession of their saints. The stairs under the rose window are known as the night stair. They allow the monks to enter the church from their dormitory for night prayers without having to go through the cloister, which can be cold in the winter. Let's return to the central tower. So all those pages we already done, including looking at the ceiling. So we're kind of got ahead here. Now we're caught up to where we actually are. To your east is a sandstone choir screen. Actually, we looked at that already too. Pass through it and you enter the choir where the monks sing mass. At the far east end the sanctuary containing the high altar under the effigy of Christ. Here you can receive the highest blessings. The high altar is illuminated by 3 huge windows to the north, east, and south. The great east window is famous for its blue and green stained glass, which turns red stained glass as the dawn is about to break. This miracle is seen from the nave. Notice also the choir stalls near the sanctuary, the highly ornate chairs for the abbot and the dean. If you leave the choir by the north gateway, you will in the northeast aisle next to if you leave the choir by the north gateway, you will in the northeast aisle next to another chapel. Continue to the east end of the church. All right. We did all those things. So if you want to see them again, just rewind the video. Because, yeah, we did all those things that were just mentioned. The east end. Okay, that's going to be this way. So continue to the east end of the church. And maybe the server isn't going to actually restart. Okay, that's fine. East end of the church. Here we go. Hello, mister. East end of the church. What page were we on? Around the corner behind the high altar is the tomb of the first abbot of Nonsuch, in charge of the abbey from 1924 to 1939, which is hilarious because I just heard a zombie growl at me. Further around the corner is the south aisle. The south transept has another chapel and access to the sacristy. The sacristy is a room from which you can take lapis lazuli and books for use at the altars around the church. Further along the south aisle are the doors marked small cloister. Let's leave the church for a while through one of these doors. So let's go through small cloister, page 30. Let's see. I think this will be the only time I've done a build tour like this of Cyningstan when Cyningstan hasn't popped on. Even though it's like 3 in the morning for him, I still expect him to pop on. I think, yeah, this is where, yes, you can get the lapis lazuli. All right. Let's go through one of the doors for the small cloister. Ooh, outside. I think this is going to be similar to what we've seen in other churches. The library, infirmary, yeah. So if you haven't seen these details previously, please look at any of the other... Whoa. Any of the other, uh-oh. There we go. Any of the other tour videos. But we are going to read about them super fast. Okay, the server really did restart. The only thing is, it said 5 minutes when it was like 9 minutes, but whatever. Oh, yeah, so the server actually does restart now. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yes, we're going to read about these areas, even though we've seen them before in other churches. There are 2 cloisters, covered walkways, through which other parts of the monastery can be accessed. Each surrounds a peaceful garden. Walk clockwise around the small cloister till you reach the library, the door for the library, then go in. The library is where all the enchanted books are stored. You can take what you need from here, but please consider making a donation if you do. The door in the far corner leads to the scriptorium where the books are made. Returning to the small cloister, you will see a door that leads to an infirmary. Here the sick can rest, and potions are made to restore their health. The next door is the postern gate, leading out of the abbey complex. Finally is the slipe. I almost said Skype. The slipe is a passageway that links the two cloisters. Wander down and you will come out to the Great Cloister. Let's wander clockwise around the Great Cloister, which we'll do in a moment. The first door, and it always has thunderstorms when I'm doing these tours. The first door you will come to is rather impressive and leads to the chapter house. The chapter house is a meeting house for the abbot and monks. On the wall is a copy of Mappa Mundi created by the monks at Birchmount Priory. Copies of this great map are available for sale at Birchmount Priory. Back in the cloister, the next door is a monk's day room, in which monks can relax between work and prayer. There are some board games to play at one of the few hearths in the abbey. Next in the cloister is a staircase up in the monk's dormitory. The monk's dormitory is rather austere. When the monks are absent, though, visitors are welcome to use the beds to ward away phantoms. The upstairs passage continues, turning right to the night stair where we passed before. Returning to the great cloister... Oh, time for the morning bells. Alright, returning to the great cloister the way you came, the next door is the kitchen. The other doors in the kitchen lead out to the garden and to the refectory. Let's go into the refectory either via the kitchen or via the next door along the cloister. We'll do all these things in a moment. The refectory is where monks and most visitors make their meals. The meals are eaten in silence while one monk reads Bible passages from an elevated lectern. You are free to help yourself to food and drink from your journey from the chest provided. After refectory is a necessarium where monks and visitors can relieve themselves after a big meal and also dispose of any other rubbish they might be carrying around. Next door is Abbot's house, to which special guests are sometimes invited. Oh, the rain is screwing up the daylight sensors for the bells. We'll continue talking through these bells. Continuing clockwise around the cloister, we come to the solarium, the abbey storage area, through which there's another entrance for the abbey used for loading goods. An ender chest hangs in the middle, accessible from both stories of the solarium. The final two buildings to the cloister are the hospitia, where special guests are lodged. These suites provide a bed, a private dining area, and small chapel for prayer and for obtaining blessings from the visitors' things. Now let's re-enter the church. There are two organs. All right, we'll talk about... Oh, two organs. We'll talk about the organs later after we walk through all this. So... library, we already saw that, and we already looked at the infirmary, and then we already went out there, and then we'll go through the slipe in a minute. Church, yes, we've already been there. Okay, so this is different for us. Actually, I wanted to look at this garden and appreciate this a little bit. Ooh, look at that. Wowzer, wowzer. Wow. Amazing. Oh, let's go through the slipe, not to be confused with Skype. Is this the church? Yep. Great Cloister. Am I saying that right? Hey, Nursing Geek. Johnny Arias, who used to play all the time, is playing again. Lots and lots and lots of returning players. Isn't this awesome? I love these gardens. Oh, I love it. All right, let's go clockwise, I think it said. What is back here? Oh yeah, the Mappa Mundi. Yes. Wow, that thing is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Our base is right there where the cursor is. And the Abbey is right there where that is. So that long train ride, we only covered that little bit. Isn't that something? There's the icebergs where we took the things for Grig. And there's our original Mushroom Island. Now we have like 6. That was our original. Alrighty. Warming room. Ooh. This is really cool. This is different. Oh, you can kind of hear it. If you walk on them, they make squishy, farty sounds. That's funny. This is really cool. Play some games there, I think. Alright. Stair to Monk's Dormitory. Nice night passage and cellars. This we've seen in the other builds, but we should appreciate it anyway. I love the matching beds. And then this is the night stair where you can walk around and stuff. And then down here, that said cellar, right? Yep. Wow. I love it. I love it. Uh-oh, I lost the door. I spun around too fast. Ooh, down here, yep. More stuff, or more cellar space. All right, can we get off on the right floor? Yes, there we go. Kitchen with exit through garden. Hey, puppy dogs, are you named? You're not named? For smelting. This must be the garden exit. Oh, yeah. You can see some houses that people are taking over, I believe. I believe the city part of this build is just full of residents. Yum, that looks good. All that food looks so good. I almost feel like I should do an episode on each room. Just where I go in like this and I do a very slow pan of each room. I almost feel like it. I almost feel like doing that. But anyway. All right. Abbott's house. Hello up there. Can we go up? We certainly can. Oh, I can jump over because they're half slabs. Whoops. Pantry. Ooh, neat. And back to the necessarium, which I believe is toilet, right? Obviously. Because it's necessary to relieve yourself. Oh, there's a jukebox. I want to play some music. Very nice. Lay Brothers Dormitory. Again, matching beds. I love the matching beds. Peek out the window. What was that another? Nope, okay. Again, I could spend, an episode per room. If you want to see more details as I run through this, because we're almost over like 40 minutes, I think. Just pause it. And you can look, it's at 60 frames per second. So even if I'm spinning around, you should be able to pause it and get a still image. There's the ender chest. I love that you can look out into the city streets. That is so cool. I love that. But then you close it, and you're all isolated and quiet and peaceful again. Looks like a little... I thought I was like glitching through or something. So yes, it's at 60 frames per second. So if you want to see... Exit through lower story. Oh, I missed that. Oh, lower story down there. Yeah, I gotcha. Which is lower than this. Interesting. Ooh, look at that. So anyway, go ahead, pause. 60 frames per second. You'll be able to see what you want to see and appreciate and admire it. Well, you push around here. Checking everything out. Apple will keep the doctor away, so will fish. Supposedly. And church. Exit through west doorway. Okay, so now we're back. So now let's continue. I think it was page 42. We're going to talk about the organs. Let's go to the one organ I know of. I didn't see the second organ because I wasn't looking for it. This is the great organ. So let's read about that. I think it was page 42. There are two organs in the abbey. The spleen and the pancreas. No, I'm just kidding. The great organ is in the north transept, the choir organ. Sometimes called the swallow's nest organ because of its position. It is high above the choir and can be accessed from a spiral staircase. Oh, so that's okay. So we got to find that one. And the spiral staircase in the south transept. Visitors are welcome to play either organ, but if someone else is playing, please wait for them to finish. The choir organ is smaller of the two, but gives very rewarding views of the choir sanctuary for those who dare to look down. Returning to ground level, so we're going to do this backwards. Proceed up the south aisle until you come to the choir. You'll come down a staircase which leads to the crypt. We've already done that. Some visitors arrive this way through the portal with some prestigious burials. The last thing to draw your attention at the back of the west of the church is the donation box. All gifts are welcome, but signs above the box tell visitors what things would be particularly useful. We hope you've enjoyed your visit. Very nice Cyningstan. So we played this organ. Now we need to go to the south. The south. Here it is. Here you go. Yes. Choir organ. All right. Let's go up and get ready for zombies. Although with all that carpet, it might not be a problem anymore. All right. It's not here. Must be right here. Do we have to go up higher? Oh, here we go. Here we go. There's the no blocks. Ta-da! Oh boy. You could walk right off. Here we go. Ooh, interesting. If I know what a sixth is, it's this. Oh, it doesn't have the note I need. Let's try that again. Then we're missing the low note. Bomb. Bomb. Oh no, I can't remember the rest. Oh no! If I had the low note, that's the problem. I don't have the low note and it's throwing me off. Let's try it again. Bomb. Bomb. There. Okay, I'm not so embarrassed now. It's just because I was missing the lower note and I couldn't keep going. Anyway, we figured it out. And we dare to look over. Alrighty, so there is your tour. I felt like it was kind of rushed given its size, but I didn't want to really make it like a 3-parter. I guess I should have. I don't know. But there's a whole city to tour too. So what I'm going to do myself as I edit is I'm going to stop the video in many different places and just look around with the video on pause and reappreciate the experience. Just because that was awfully quick, and I apologize. But I want to look at this choir organ. Ah, very cool. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed the episode. I certainly did. And where's that cat? Let's see, where is he? Is he up here? Yes. So I finally toured Nonsuch Abbey. I shouldn't say finally. It hasn't been completed that long. So I guess, there we go. Hello. Yes, hello. I'm trying to look down at him. There we go. I did the Nonsuch Abbey tour. Like I said, we will tour the city separately with a tour guide. And hopefully look forward to that, because I certainly do. A bunch of stuff coming up between now and episode 200. Like 9 more episodes, of course. But anyway, I have plans. I'm not going to review them. I'm not going to reveal my plans. You will learn about them when I learn about them. Right? That makes no sense at all. But whatever. It's late. It's like a midnight recording. So I'm going to bed. And I'll catch you next time.